Yeah, hello viewers, welcome back. So today I'm going to explain like how exactly the web-based replication is working, and if web-based replication is not there, then how people interacting with one particular business manually. Okay, so basically now most of the people fresh engineering graduates, they completed their education and they are taking trainings. Okay, so based on the booming they will choose the different technologies and they will train accordingly and they search for jobs and they will get the job. So people who basically who got the jobs like at the early stage, that means in the engineering final degree, uh, like definitely they will be very happy, not a issue. But the people who released from the college without having the job, so at that time definitely they need to learn so many things, they have to face the competition, and so they have to choose one particular course, and definitely they have to train that particular course thoroughly, and they have to practice it well, and they have to expose their skills with the different companies, and so if their skill set is really interested, then definitely they will choose. Okay, but my theme is I'm targeting the people, the people who completed their graduation and simply they are searching for job. Okay, they will contact senior people into that particular IT industry, so they will give the suggestions and okay, you can train this course, okay, they will start training that course. But now, so but they don't have idea so what kind of applications the companies are developing, and so how exactly the business is going on, so how exactly the development is going on. So before training, particular training, they will take the training, so definitely so they have to get some clear understanding, so what is this web based applications, and so what kind of technologies they will be using, so what is the architecture of what particular web based applications are, how many types of applications. Okay, so the technology could be anything, but so ultimately it should be satisfied customer requirements, and they should be happy, and definitely the company should have more number of customers. That is the main motto, right? So otherwise it is a waste of time learning all these technologies. We have some expectations, okay, anyhow, so user use any technology, but like it will be interacting, it is the main, this is the main purpose of this application. Okay, because of this technology is used. So I just want to some clear idea, so with some example. So before this online and after this online, so it could be any business, right? So I just taking a few examples now, right? So I'm taking one example, just understand guys, mainly this a session is going to target only fresh graduates only, and the people who are at a senior level, at a management level. So obviously they are very understanding this business and understanding the technology very well. So you guys can ignore this session. So but my target, the people who are studying currently are completed the graduation freshly. Okay, so now immediately I will take with my example without wasting our time. So we have to learn a lot and we have to do so many things, and so now just like some examples. Okay, so I'm just explaining in some whiteboard, guys, so that you guys can understand very well. So now quickly start we can that. So for example, like there is a one for example, I'm starting with one medical shop. Okay, so this is a medical shop, guys. Just I'm erasing it. uh, just wait, guys. Okay. Yeah, this is medical shop. Okay, And I'm taking one more example. This is marriage uh, bureau center. Okay, guys, please ignore spelling mistakes because I am not good at spelling mistakes. Okay, so now okay, so now this is one particular uh, so this is one particular place it could be anything like one particular town or village. Okay, or village or some city. Okay, so here people are staying here. Simply what exactly they will do, simply they will like for example, if any of the people in that particular city, so if they have any medical requirement or like any medicine is required, so how exactly previously we used to do, so any person will go to this medical shop and they will show their like a medical doctor prescription, so they will buy the medical and medicine and come back. So this interaction how exactly is happening, so basically this is happening manually only. Okay, this is happening manually. So for example, any people like they are looking for like any brides looking for a bridegroom, or bridegroom is looking for bride, simply they will go to this marriage bureau center and they will give all those details manually like based on their requirements, and they will give that particular list. And so this marriage bureau center, they will take that particular list and they will keep those details in one particular book, and manually they will be checking any matching properly, if any particular record is matching with their expectations. Immediately they will report immediately they will report this marriage bureau center to this particular people whoever coming for this. Okay, sorry, what is this? Okay, yeah. Okay, so they will come here, and so they will report to one particular person, and so the people who are they submitted or that particular information, simply they will come. And so okay, so if they are interested with that particular match, so then they will go forward. And so interaction, so these people will make one common center for groom or bridegroom, or bridegroom so with groom. So manually they will discuss and everything, and they will finalize their marriage, and they will go for further things. Okay, that is what happening. But so one thing you understand here, so everything, so it is going manually. So it could be medical shop or marriage bureau center, any other bank. So previously 90s, so every customer, so once they have taken the account in that particular bank, so immediately they will go to that particular bank, and so then take one particular account, and for every transaction, so either saving or deposit, withdraw, sending amount to any other person, not sending, so sending online is happening now, but previously deposit or withdraw anything, people will go to the particular bank, and they will do their transactions manually. So now now how exactly people started thinking, so why we need to go manually each and everything, and why we need to think everything manually. So for example, we if we have one particular internet, so internet is nothing but connecting multiple people through computers. Okay, so if we have the internet, so once the internet is found, so why don't we develop such applications will satisfy the user requirements, So user definitely will use that particular applications, and they will submit whatever the requirements they want through online. And so that like a report will be sending to that particular either medical shop or medical center. So the people who are dealing these medicals, and the people who are marriage bureau center, who are like walking these like marriage centers. So simply they will get this report through online, and they simply understand their requirements. Immediately they will send the results back to so that particular person. Okay, so now people started thinking, so why don't we develop such kind of applications? Okay, so if we develop such kind of applications, so what kind of applications we can develop? Okay, so now just I'm trying to give some overview. So why this web-based application is required, and all these things are required now. So now, so if we develop such kind of applications, so how many types of applications we have? Okay, we have like we have standalone based applications. Next, web-based applications, enterprise based applications. Okay, micro or mobile based applications. Okay, so now people started thinking, okay, based on people requirement now actually. So like they start thinking, so what kind of applications we can develop? So we can develop standalone based applications, we can develop web based applications, we can develop enterprise based applications, micro and mobile based applications. Okay, now, okay, if we develop these kind of applications, so simply the manual work becomes very easy now. Okay, the people, so instead of going to one particular business center, medical, it could be either medical center or a marriage bureau center or one financial institute, it could be bank or any other thing. So they have to do transactions manually. So instead of that, if we are developing such kind of applications, it will be satisfying the customer requirements very easily. So now we can see the difference, if you understand this particular task very easily, so then you can choose your technology very easy. Okay, now standalone applications like it is standalone application is nothing but it is simple application which will be running only one computer. That means no internet is required for this kind of applications. So like for example, calculator in your computer, and also MS Office related products. Once install MS Office, then you can open Word and you can do whatever you want. And Visual Studio, not Visual Studio, MS Paint, like whatever you want. For example, the no internet is required, simply Notepad. So these kind of applications are standalone applications. So applications will run in single system. Now, second one, so web-based applications. So web-based application basically, so web-based application is nothing but simply it is, so you are providing services over the web. For example, now if you are taking so for example, I am running one particular medical shop, so or I am running one marriage bureau center. So I want to provide the services over the web to the customers. Okay, then what is the idea now? So if I want to provide the services over the web, then definitely I need one web based application. So I have to expose that application to the customers. Then people started interacting with that application, so then simply they will use that application, and they will I will be providing all the facilities like you can get some details, so you can post some details, or you can delete some details. So if you are creating one particular account, then immediately, so one particular family, they will create one particular account in marriage bureau application, and they will they will give all the requirements, and they will submit the particular information. So that information Now, so it will be reaching to that particular marriage bureau center people. So they will open that particular rank, they will get notification, and they will open it and they will see. So entire things will go online only. So such kind of applications is nothing but a so web-based application. So web-based application is nothing but it is little bit small scale based application. Simply you are sending some details, and it will go to that particular people, and they will understand it, and they will reply back to this particular people. Okay. Like for example, your for example, marriage bureau center or like medical shop. For example, I want some medicine, so I have to prepare those details, and I will submit it. That request will go to that medical people center. They will get the notification, okay, we have seen that medicine, and immediately they will respond back to this particular person. So now simply it will go on request and response basis only. Now enterprise based application, enterprise based application is a little more it is little more advanced than web-based application. So for example, not only sending request to and getting the response, so it will connect to the n number of services internally. So such kind of applications like a banking application, for example, if you you have to so the moment so for example, you are opening one particular account in one particular bank. So now everything is advanced. So for example, you while you are preparing details, immediately other number, so other number, so when you are entering the other number, so it has to call the other number particular site, and you have to send that particular information. So that will valid that will decide whether your other number is valid or not. So while you are preparing giving the details internally, so many apis will be called. So not only sending the simple request, so along with that request, multiple calls will be invoked. Okay. So telecom, for example, telecom, so when you are sending one particular number, so while you are recharging, so whether that is like a 10 digit number or not, whether that is a indian number or not, so where exactly you are locating. So are you sending the right plan or not before recharging one particular plan. And also, so so while you are sending the one particular request, so it should invoke n number of requests. So in that case, so general web-based application is not sufficient. So in that case, we have to go for the enterprise-based application. So now micro mobile-based application, micro or mobile-based application, simply the applications will develop with respect to one particular mobile only. Okay. So not only the developing applications, not only the mobile based applications. Now everything now we are getting electronic gadgets. Every gadget so is working based on one particular software only. So simply small softwares so develop based on their requirement, they can port into one particular device. For example, you are operating one particular AC. So now AC, simply you can you can simply you can download particular app. So if you are purchasing LG, so simply LG AC, then you can install the respective app in your mobile, and you can operate it from mobile. Or you can choose by using remote. So you can operate that particular either TV or remote. Okay. So how exactly it is working? So internally it is having one particular software inbuilt, and by using one particular language, then they will port into that particular device, and so you can operate that. So such kind of applications like the embedded or micro based application, mobile based applications, so you can develop. So these mostly these are based applications. Now now you can understand, so what kind of different applications you have for this particular application. Okay. Now I will tell you the architecture of any application. Okay. Okay. Now I will tell architecture of one particular web based application. Okay. So for example, you are taking um, three components. Okay. Okay. Now these are three components, guys. This is a presentation layer. Okay. This is business layer, business layer or application layer. Okay, what is this one? This is a database layer. Okay. So, like a front end layer, basically will develop based on front end framework, and business layer they will develop by using like different programming languages, and database layer database. Okay. Now I will I think mostly you will get a lot of videos in online, like to simplify those videos. Then I just want to give some basic idea. So like it could be it could be any application like web-based application or enterprise-based application. Now everything, so advanced topics comes into the picture now. So for example, so these are backend work. Okay, so if you see this is these two layers, this is backend work. Okay, and this is the front end layer. Mostly end users will be interacting with this particular layer only. So basically these two information for example of presentation layer. So for example you are developing one medical management, like you are developing one particular application with respect to one medical shop. So what is a medical shop? So they have to give, so what are the medicine we have and all those information, and simply search medical shop search information. So they will provide one search box and user can search whatever the medicine they are looking for. And what is the cost information and what is the discount information. So all that information they have to display here. So that is what the presentation layer is nothing but simply where user and user will interact with that particular information. Okay, so now these two are backend layers, guys, backend layers, because these two user cannot see these two layers. Okay, now basically how exactly this particular web-based application, so once it is developed, so either web-based application or enterprise application, so they can host this particular website on one particular server. Okay, server could be physical machine. Okay, like what exactly the client will do, right? So they will purchase one high-end configuration computer, and they will deploy these web server or application server information that particular site. And they will deploy they deploy into one particular they will deploy into one particular physical mission. So they will the clients every client will connect to every client will connect to this particular server. So this server, for example, this server is required any information. So for example, I will give you one example. So for example, you are logging into one particular site. Okay, so that is gmail.com. So gmail.com, the moment you are logging into gmail.com, so what exactly you will be providing, like a username and password, and click on sign in button. Okay, so like once you click on the enter button, so it will call the respective API. Okay, API is nothing but simply so call to business logic. Okay, so for example, you are the you are the not right user to the gmail.com. Okay, simply you are sending some random details and click on sign in. So don't you think if those values are valid, only then only the profile page should come. Definitely you have to authenticate, right? So definitely these details, whatever the login details you are entering, so those details you will be those details will come here, this business logic, this business layer business logic. So so you are entering some x and y details, so those x and y details are really valid details or not. So for this valid details, so they need valid information, so they have to connect the database, and they have to get that particular, definitely that information might have stored in one particular table, right? So so they will connect to that particular table, and they will get that information, and they will compare those details, so whatever the information coming here, whatever the information coming here. So if those are valid details, that means these details which are available with the right combination. For example, like username is x and your password is y, same combination should be available in the particular security table, then only the profile page is there. Otherwise immediately it will return back with invalid user. You are not right user, you just need to authenticate. Like that it will give. So they will be like deploy this web server or application server into one particular mission, so physical mission, or now actually clouds comes into the picture. So what is a cloud here? So basically, so most of the web-based applications or enterprise applications are now running based out of cloud only. So what exactly is cloud here? Actually the cloud services are providing by most of the services like Amazon services providing AWS, and Microsoft providing Azure, and Google providing Google Cloud. So what exactly they they will do, right? So simply they purchase very high end computer with a high end configuration. They simply distribute that into multiple VMs, and simply they will they will give on rent base to one particular client. So these client applications will deploy into that particular so that means host these websites into that particular web, okay, web into particular cloud. Okay, instead of maintaining physical missions, so just these clients will take the rent those of virtual missions, and they deploy their web-based application web-based application, so web-based application, and simply they provide the services over the globe. So but here the disadvantages with the cloud, it's a cost is a very cost is a matter here. So because they have to pay the rent on yearly basis or some certain period basis. So if they have like a high end computer, so they will compare actually that is business, they will think about that. And so where exactly my web based application will host, so they need any physical dedicated mission, so they can if they can maintain infrastructure into their company, so then simply they will purchase that computer, and they deploy all those things, and they will do it. So but now you get some idea, right? So where exactly so how exactly the what kind of applications we have, so how exactly applications are deploying, so so where exactly application will be deployed. So applications can be deployed into local missions or in cloud missions also. And so what is the but here you have to understand, guys, the presentation layer. So each and every layer, so user can choose their own technologies. So for example, presentation layer, earlier we use like HTML and HTML or a JavaScript, any other XML. So these kind of information, simply a CSS they will be using, and they develop a presentation layer. Coming to the business layer, so for example, once example here, as we discussed previously, the moment the user click on sign in information, so whether that particular user is a right user or not, they have to put some conditions, because the moment the data is coming from database, coming database, and so after coming data here, so they have to, the data should be compared, right? So comparison they have to write some logic. So to write some logic, they have to choose one particular programming language, either it could be Java or Python, C Sharp, Ruby. So whatever the language they are comfortable, they will choose. And this is the base business layer. And database basically, so for example, that is if the application is a small scale based application, simply they use RDBMS softwares MS Microsoft SQL Server, or MySQL, or IBM DB2. Simply this is also server, right? So they need one physical system. So physical system they deploy this particular into one particular computer. And and also other, if they don't want maintain physically, so then definitely they will connect to cloud missions, cloud services who are cloud services who are providing their services. Simply they will buy it, and so they deploy this database server into the cloud mission. But ultimately, so they need database. Okay, so this database, obviously they will be using SQL Server or Microsoft MySQL. So here the programming languages they will use. So not only simply using concepts, so now actually, so each and everything. So for example, front end development, so React or Angular, so those are some frameworks, they simplify day to day work, like very easily. So not only earlier, if you want to develop so one particular drop down or like a button, so they have to write manually the code, the front end thing. So now completely changed. So React, so if you go for advanced concepts like Angular or React, simply they will providing frameworks, inbuilt frameworks. Simply you can use the inbuilt frameworks, and you can make your work very easily. Now in the same way, business layer also, now most of the frameworks which are available, so Express.js, like so middle layer frameworks. So to if you want to provide the business logic more effectively, so simply they will like they will use a advanced frameworks. So the database also, like MongoDB, so Google Cassandra, such kind of so servers, they will maintain and to handle the huge volume of data. Okay. So like that, in everywhere, so advanced concepts are coming into the picture. So we can see, like in further videos, we can like explore many areas, so mostly I'm targeting the people who are fresh graduates. So before taking their trainings, simply you can go through this video. Mostly my video will definitely will help you out, and before taking the decision, so what kind of technology. But any technology, guys, any technology, so definitely it should relate to this one, either front end layer or business layer or database layer, or three layers. If three layers are comfortable, then those people can be called as full stack developers. Okay. Like before, for example, AL algorithms, definitely the AL, machine learning or AL, so data science, or any these technologies, so definitely will be related to any of these particular layer only. For example, you are taking training on like a machine learning, so machine learning models, definitely they will use this business layer only. So they develop the business logic based on particular machine learning algorithms. They deploy machine learning algorithms, not like typical business logics, either using C sharp or Java. Simply they are using some algorithms, they deploy here. So for example, data science, how exactly you are manipulating data. So the data science, if you are learning data science, so definitely you will deploy here. So definitely, so data science will be helpful to manage the data very effectively. For example, you are front end developer, so you are very comfortable with JavaScript or React JS, or React or Angular, so you're most familiar. So then simply you can choose the front end layer. Okay. So but you have to understand this architecture. So I hope you guys really enjoy this session. So definitely I will improve my concepts very well in further videos. Then we have slowly we will increase our quality, and so I will try to bring real time scenarios. Then we can have the more interactive session. Okay. Thank you all. Have a good time.